Space, the final frontier.
The Artemis II crew has flown where no man has ever traveled. This is About Space Today's special report. I'm David Denault. Monday was day 6, the much-anticipated approach past the moon and travel farther than any human has ever traveled in space.
Integrity crew. On April 15, 1970, during the Apollo 13 mission, 3 explorers set the record for the farthest distance humans have ever traveled from our home planet.
Yeah, from the cabin of Integrity here as we surpass the furthest distance humans have ever traveled from planet Earth. We do so in honoring the extraordinary efforts and feats of our predecessors in human space exploration. We will continue our journey even further into space before Mother Earth succeeds in pulling us back to everything that we hold dear. But our science team helped us out with a couple of relatively fresh craters on the moon that have not been previously named, and our crew would like to propose a couple of potential names for those items or those areas. And we spent a bit of time this morning looking out the window, and we're able to see them now both with our naked eye and through the long lens. And so we feel this is a good time to send this down, and a special shout out to Kelsey for helping us with this. The first one we'd like to suggest is a named crater in honor of our great spacecraft, Integrity. And so if you were to look at Orion on the far side and then draw a line straight up to Ohm on the far side, relatively in the middle is an unnamed crater, and we would like to suggest it be called Integrity in the future. In our close-knit astronaut family, and we lost a loved one. And there's a feature in a really neat place on the moon, and it is on the near side, far side boundary. In fact, it's just on the near side of that boundary, and so at certain times of the moon's transit around Earth, we will be able to see this from Earth. And so we lost a loved one. Her name was Carol, the spouse of Reed, the mother of Katie and Ellie. And if you want to find this one, you look at Glushko, and it's just to the northwest of that, at the same latitude as Ohm, and it's a
Integrity and Carol crater. Loud and clear. Thank you.
As the Artemis II crew passed the record set by Apollo 13 for the farthest humans to ever fly from Earth at 12:57 p.m. Central Time, 1:57 p.m. Eastern Time. As we passed that Apollo 13 record of the furthest humans to ever fly from Earth at 12:57 p.m. Central Time, 1:57 p.m. Eastern Time, the Artemis II crew shared some poignant words, specifically Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen. The crew also called down 2 craters not yet named that they would like to name. One, Integrity, in honor of their spacecraft, which they have named. That's near the Ohm crater. Another near Glushko, which is a bright spot, named Carol, in memory of Reed Wiseman's wife. There was a moment of silence here in Mission Control Houston.
The crew of Artemis II's coverage included live views of the moon from cameras mounted on Orion solar arrays. And when Orion passed behind the moon at approximately 6:46, the mission entered a planned communications blackout lasting about 40 minutes. Then Orion made its closest approach at 7:02 p.m. when it was just about 4,070 miles above the surface. Toward the end of their observation at 8:35 p.m., the crew witnessed a solar eclipse from space as Orion, the moon, and the sun align. An historic day for our return to the moon in more than 50 years, and following the flyby, the crew will be preparing to turn toward home on Tuesday at 1:25 p.m. when Orion exits the lunar sphere of influence at 41,072 miles from the moon. The crew this morning, heard a recording from Jim Lovell, Apollo 13 commander, from June of 2025, just 2 months before his death last August.
Hello, Artemis 2. This is Apollo astronaut Jim Lovell. Welcome to my old neighborhood. When Frank Foreman and Bill Andrews and I orbited the moon on Apollo 8, we got humanity's first up-close look at the moon and got a view of the home planet that inspired and united people around the world. I'm proud to pass that torch on to you as you swing around the moon and lay the groundwork for missions to Mars for the benefit of all. It's a historic day, and I know how busy you'll be, but don't forget to enjoy the view. So, Reed, and Victor, and Christina, and Jeremy, and all the great teams supporting you, good luck and Godspeed from all of us here on the good Earth.
Apollo 13 Commander Jim Lovell. We'll continue to check out our Facebook page at aboutspace.today for special reports on the Artemis mission. And if you like our reports, click like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thank you for taking time from your home or from where you work to listen today. I'm David Denault.